crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadrunner.com with your morning horn of Z's, a sip of chaga coffee. Your last sip of chaga coffee. My friend Christoph, our good friend Christoph, allowed me to put out his meditation that he sent to humanity, to the community that calls themselves humanity. We need to take a breather. It's a 20-minute meditation. Go to roadrunner.com. It's called the Golden Path Meditation. Christoph is amazing at this, and it puts things into perspective. So thank you, Christoph. Go to christoph.love website, and then you can also get his morning ritual, which I do every morning, which is an amazing meditation to get you focused and get your intention right, and just so you can kick ass every day. So thank you for this. Go check it out. We all need to take a breath and a big breather, especially right now as we head into the chaos. Speaking of that, silver is breaking out of something. I don't know what. I did do some digging. The year 2020 was an amazing year. It still is. We got a couple days left. Amazing year for silver, breaking all kinds of records. You might not know it, but absolutely. Here's some of the highlights. I wrote a few down. These aren't all of them, obviously. The most silver deliveries ever in a single year. I did the calculation. It's going to come out to about 313,400,000 ounces of physical silver that were delivered on the COMEX. Now, a lot of that's just big bank criminals passing it back and forth. And nobody knows who owns the silver. Nobody knows how many rehypothecations are done. Nobody knows if JP Morgan holds silver in the COMEX warehouse that is actually pledged to the SLV, which I think is quite a bit, if not all of it. But the deliveries are up 50%. That is unheard of. That is unheard of in what's supposed to be one of the most boring commodities on planet Earth. Why? Because mine supply doesn't vary. It's like up 5%, 2%, down 1%. This year it's going to be off about 10% because of COVID. So you have massive amounts of deliveries, and at the same time you have very few, or a less amount of silver being mined. We had massive amounts of silver brought in to the COMEX, the silver ETFs, especially SLV. The COMEX is up like 100%, maybe 80%. To 390-something million ounces on the COMEX. Well, JP Morgan has their hands on half of that. JP Morgan, another thing, huge thing that happened this year, JP Morgan was fined the largest fine ever in commodity manipulation, $982 billion. They had them up on RICO charges. They could have squeezed them and taken them out, but that would have caused too much chaos, as we've seen for the past 120 years. It's all about how much chaos you can allow. Crimes can be committed in the United States, and you can get away with crimes because if they bust you and it causes chaos, they can't have any of that. It's insane that my country is gone. It's completely gone, has been gone for a long time. Now, we got a couple weeks, we can save it, otherwise we're screwed. I'm not saying silver's screwed. Oh my God, silver's going to go through the roof with a Biden administration. Are you kidding? The Green New Deal, printing money like it's going out of style, like literally printing money to destroy the United States of America. Silver, gold, and cryptos will lose their shit with a Biden administration. Other things that happened, amazingly, silver hit 7-year lows, or 7-year highs, and 11-year lows in the same year. That's called manipulation, CFTC. Why do you think your boss just quit? So those are some of the highlights. It's been a crazy year. And, oh, by the way, it's the first year, and this is the most important thing. The first year ever that the large shorts have lost money in silver. Normally they make money on their silver shorts, rigging the markets. First year ever, and they've lost not hundreds of millions, they've lost billions, especially in gold, but silver as well. The first year ever they lost billions. Do they want to continue to do that? No. Somebody is still controlling the price. We don't know who. I think is BlackRock, with the support of the U.S. government. I don't know, though. But that won't last long. The game is up. I don't know what day it's going to end. Hopefully by the end of the year, probably by the 6th of January, which is the day they vote for the president. The day they open the votes and Congress can object. I think they will object. If more evidence comes out of the obvious cheating, they will object. If it goes to objection, they debate it for a couple hours, then they come back, and then they vote. One vote each for each state in the House, 2 votes in the Senate, and then the decider is Mike Pence in the Senate. And if it's obvious enough that the voting was rigged, which it should be to everybody now, but we need something big. Emails back and forth from the Democratic Party to each other, things like that. Somebody turning state's evidence. Somebody big coming out. We already have video evidence of the rigging. Maybe 10 more videos pop up of places that were rigged and rigged and rigged, but mainly the computer rigging. Don't forget, the U.S. Postal Service in August filed a patent. Didn't file, it got approved for a patent on voting, blockchain voting. That's what the future is. Why didn't they implement it then? They wanted this chaos. It's crazy what's happening right now. I don't know how it's going to end up, but I do know you want silver in your own possession, and you want certain cryptos in your own possession. Now, the Biden administration, every crypto will work, even XRP. It'll be a free-for-all for cryptos in the Biden administration because the deep state, pedo gang are all into the cryptos. With Trump, they'll have to pick and choose. So, yeah, it's getting into crazy town. So hang in there. The fight's over the 50-day and 200-day moving average. 200-day moving average is way down there at $21, but the 50-day, they keep knocking it over and under and over and under. Currently is at $24.14. Over and under, over and under. And then a true breakout would be over the 100-day moving average, which is right around $25. So that's what they're protecting, right around $25. As we can see, look at this. Bang, bang, bang. It's like bumping your head against the ceiling. So hang on, my friends. If you listened to my video yesterday, absolutely now's the time to secure your final silver purchases before the craziness. What kind of craziness? They can slam silver to zero, or they can bump the price to $1 million an ounce. All it takes is a click of a mouse. I'll be getting into that more of that. I've been hearing, oh my God, there's X amount of money out there in this money market fund that can go into silver and gold and cryptos, and people don't understand exchanges and how that works. It doesn't take billions and billions of dollars to make the price of silver go to $1,000, $2,000 an ounce. It doesn't take any money. It takes $1 for the price to go that way. Why? Because the way that market caps are valued is on the last trade. So if I have say I have $1,000 and I go to the COMEX and there's no activity at all, and I put the $1,000 down and I buy a silver ounce, 1 ounce of silver for $1,000. Obviously you can't do that because it's contracts of 5,000, but let's just say I do. What is the market cap of silver? It increases massively because you take the total amount of silver available in the world times the last trade. So you don't need hundreds of billions of dollars for silver to go up, hundreds of billions of dollars. You got me? And same with cryptos. You don't need billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars to come into cryptos for them to go up hundreds of billions of dollars. You just need one trade, one tiny trade. One Bitcoin can drive the price of Bitcoin for all Bitcoins to $1 million a Bitcoin. Why? Because that's the way market cap is calculated. You take the last trade times the total supply. So no, we don't need quadrillions of dollars to be flooding into the cryptos. All you need is some kind of sanity in selling the real thing instead of these derivatives that have been rehypothecated and unknown amounts. It's all computers and derivatives. That will end soon. Maybe even on January 6th. January 6th is the big day. That's when Congress actually votes on the president. Will there be a protest? Probably. So we'll see. And what happens to the currency of a country that has the world's reserve currency, unbacked fiat currency, the US dollar? What happens? Nobody knows because it's never happened before. It's never happened that we've had such chaos in the government that controls. We've never even had a global world reserve current unbacked currency, except the U.S. dollar. And how did it happen? When we broke the links of gold, Nixon broke the final link. There wasn't a big link, but there was a link in 1971. That's when Alan Greenspan implemented the computer programs that control the market even till today. Here we are 50 years later. Normally, you go off a gold standard, you got 8 to 10 years and it's over. And that's what almost happened in 1980. Read the Gold Commission report. Read the Time Magazine article where Greenspan talked about going back to a gold standard. It's all on the road to Ruta if you're interested. All right. So, interesting thing going on the COMEX is that there's still 972 contracts left to be delivered. Now, who would hang on to 972 in their warehouse, silver warehouse, paying storage fees every day, knowing they're going to have to deliver? Why not? If you have it, why not just deliver it on the first day or two? And most people do, unless they don't have the metal. So 972 contracts, whoever's going to have to pony them up, they don't have the metal. Is that a big deal? No, it's less than 5,000 or 5 million ounces. But when there is none, that might be a big deal. So who can they buy it from? Obviously, JP Morgan. At the end of the day, we'll save their bacon, whoever it is. It might even be JP Morgan. I don't know. If you want to know who the criminals are, who we're talking about, they aren't some shady fly-by-night bank. Their names are here on the COMEX clearing data for the entire year. You can find out who took delivery of all this silver. Number one, market riggers, JP Morgan, obviously. That's why they got fined $982 billion, but they're still the number one trader. They still have the number one inventory. They own 50% of the COMEX inventory. They own SLV's, they control SLV's inventory. BlackRock, where's your fiduciary responsibility to your customer? You hire the number one criminal silver rigger as proven by the DOJ in their settlement with them for $982 billion. You hire them to hold the metal? You are in cahoots, BlackRock and EWT LLC, aka Virtu Financial. You are in cahoots with the bad guys, but hey, what do you do? Some of the criminal banksters, Citibank obviously is always criminal. Where's some good ones? Here's JP. Look at JP Morgan's year. Wow. That's now they're the biggest theft right here is in their home account, their house account, which is 6, 7, 8, about 8,000 contracts, which is what 40 million ounces they took in. Just a little kicker for them. But look what their customers did, and this gets back to Blythe Masters saying, "Hey, we don't run a directional book." Bullshit. You do. You took 40 million ounces off the for your house account off the COMEX. So that's absolutely directional. But look at all the customer issued and stops. They're just massive every month. Is it the US government? Is it the Chinese government? Who is it? It's obviously controlled, and the cover is run through the CFTC, the regulator. Scotiabank is out of here, walking away with 3,000 contracts over, that's a 16 million ounces. Nice job rigging the market for 250 years, Scotia. It is insane. These markets are insane. This is America. This is the America we're fighting for. A bullshit, fake economy run off fake numbers and fake market manipulation. Do we really want that? I'm saying, hey, no. Let's have no government. Let's get to January 6th and have the whole thing freak out and go sideways and nobody believe in government anymore. You know why government wants to lock you up still? They want to destroy America. Do you know why they're not freaking out about still being locked up? Because they still get paid. Why aren't teachers freaking out? Because they still get paid. Let's stop paying the government. Let's stop paying the teachers. Let's stop paying everybody and see how quickly they'll flip and say, oh my God, we have to get back to work. That's my take. I love you, teachers. But the reality is, you need to get a job. You need to get a new job. You need to stop relying on the government. Because the government is evil. All right, just to get in your mind that there is more going on here. And normally this would matter, but in a rigged, manipulated world, this doesn't matter. Visualizing the U.S. money supply versus precious metal production in COVID-19. Look at this. Through September 2020, the value of new U.S. money printed was 2,100 times higher. This is just for 3 months of the new year. 2,100 times higher than the value of new gold minted. That's insane. So gold should go up the same as the money supply. All you people who say precious metals, you can't print too much money because gold is the canary in the coal mine. Throw that out the window. In a rigged market, that means squat diddly nothing. Because gold didn't go up 2,100 times like the money supply, did it? It should have. It should have in a freely traded market, but we don't live in freely traded market. So that's where we are. Amazing how, look at those US dollars printed. Boom. Oh, it's just a one-time thing because of COVID. I can go back 1,000 times. It's just a one-time thing because of the Star Wars that Reagan did. It's just a one-time thing. It's not a one-time thing. It's a one-time after one-time after one-time after 120 years of 110 years of printing money because that is the plan. And that's what Ruta wrote in the sand in the 1981 comic book. She wrote a formula called On the Road to the Golden Age. Ruta was invented by the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston. Did you know that? Go to roadruta.com, but that's what they wrote. We're going to run the money supply to infinity. And oh, by the way, this money is just what they tell you. If you listen to Catherine Austin Fitts, you can times this money by 100. If you listen to Bix Weir, you can times this money by infinity. There is no cap on the amount of money they make. There's a cap on the amount of money they announce to you so that you believe in the stupid system that they're running. By the way, on a happy note, Theta is the bomb. The bomb. Like literally, the Theta network will blow away Bitcoin. There's so much going on with Theta. And it's all about use case. Bitcoin is not useful anymore. I'm sorry, all you Bitcoin maximalists. You screwed up. You got too comfortable loving your Bitcoin. You can't use it for anything except a store of value. Theta can do almost anything and everything. Same with Ethereum. Slept on it. Oh, we'll get an upgrade going in 2 years. Everybody and their mother is going to Theta. And they should. It's better, faster, stronger. And all you road to root people who got your node going, bravo to you. You are going to be the leading edge for I'd say keep adding to it. Keep adding to it. Theta is going into the thousands of dollars if we even have dollars. But it is climbing the charts of the top cryptos of the world. It will look at the Bitcoin market cap compared to everything else. $358 billion for a cryptocurrency that does nothing except store value. That's what they wanted. Bravo! Congratulations. If you want to make money, don't go into Bitcoin. Is my take. Go into something that's useful. Theta is the future of the internet. Theta is the future of smart contracts. Theta is the future for decentralized DeFi. Theta is the future for everything. It's just my opinion. But we've seen it go from 5 cents to 75 cents. We're going to see it go from 75 cents to $7.50. We're going to see it go from $7.50 to $75. We're going to see it go from $75 to $750. And we're going to see it go from $750 to $3,000. And who knows where it goes from there. Right now it is numbered. I mean, look at all these coins. A lot of these coins actually do things. Bitcoin doesn't do anything. It sits there. It's rock solid. There's a hell of a lot of rock solid cryptos out there. All right, Theta is moved up to number 37 on the list and climbing. When it hits the $1 billion market cap, which is $1 Theta, we're going to have a little party at Road to Ruta. It'll be in the 20s as far as market cap ranking. And then when it hits in the top 20, which is a 1.5 billion, which is $1.50 Theta, which is only double from what it is now. I say only double. Yes, double's a big deal. But something like Theta that very few crypto people know about, no technology investor knows about it. And this is one of the most advanced technologies ever invented. Right up there with the World Wide Web. And it solves a problem that humanity is just starting to find out, that there's not enough broadband capabilities for this new world we're moving in. Just not enough bandwidth. And no, the CDNs are not expanding bandwidth. They can't afford it. And governments are not chipping in, like some of the experts are saying, the government needs to chip in. Governments are bankrupt, morally and financially bankrupt. They're not going to chip in. There's a free solution. It's free because of the economic incentive built into the Theta protocol. You can you want equality in the world, give everybody high-speed internet for free. Theta can do that. Practically. You're going to need it in the future. So all you social justice warriors, you should be buying your Theta. Because it means more equality for the world. Right now, only rich people can afford high-speed internet. Poor people can't afford it. They got the low-speed internet. But with everything coming online now, you need high-speed, you need it free, you need it available all over the world, everywhere. Throw it on a Samsung TV, download it, it is software. Every single smart TV was running a Theta node. Voila, you fixed a damn problem. Sorry, I'm a little riled up today. This is why. We had a vaccine come out Monday. We have a new vaccine, except California is still on lockdown. The first time in human history that a healthy population has been quarantined. Are you fucking kidding me? California. There is a movement. All my Californian friends, go to a website called Recall Gavin 2020. Recall Gavin 2020. They have a petition collecting signatures. They got 800,000. They need 1.4 million to recall this mother. He has to go. The leftist controllers of California have to go. If you want to survive financially, if you want the business that you built you spent your whole life building your business, and now they're trying to destroy it because they want to implement socialism. They want everybody working for the government. Go to Recall Gavin 2020, print out, download the petition. Here it is. Here's the petition to recall Gavin Newsom. Go get your 5 signatures. They all got to be in the same county. So you got any friends who live in the same county, make sure they're registered to vote, print their name, sign it, and put their address, and then turn this thing in. 1.4 million people can make a difference. We only need 800,000 more. And then fill out a whole bunch of these. Stand in front of your Safeway. Call everybody who's lost their job, everybody who's had their business destroyed, and say, if you want to fix America, you need to do it yourself and kick these socialist government leaders out of office. Again, recall Gavin 2020. If you're not in California, don't fill it out. Don't mess with it, because it only hurts the cause. If you're in California, follow the instructions. They're very clear. Recall Gavin 2020. Do it. Anyway, again, Theta, Theta, Theta. The best thing about Theta compared to any other crypto, and I'm coming more into the realm of you don't need a lot of cryptos. Why? Because it's hard to keep up with all the changes. And certain cryptos change a lot. Theta, for example, changes a lot. New partners every day. The Theta nodes that are coming on because they went down to 1,000, only 1,000 Theta to start a node so you can earn Theta fuel, is blowing up. All these people are saying, oh my God, I can secure my future with, right now, $750. That's all it costs to start a Theta node. And you use the G pool address and you're golden, pony boy. You're gold, pony boy. So go to, I walk you through it. Yes, even if you're in the United States. Can you imagine what's going to happen when Coinbase picks up Theta and Theta Fuel? Can you imagine 5-10 times what the price is today? And all you had to do was take the time and effort to learn a little bit about it. Road to root on the private road, I teach you how to buy it, and if you're in the U.S., to store it and to stake it. And by the way, if you hit subscribe today and subscribe, I'll send you some Theta already loaded on paper wallet. You just stick it with your silver. All right, that's it. I'm a little riled up today, pissed off because the vaccines are all over the place, but healthy people are not allowed to go back to work. It's just proving they had a different agenda. Give me a like and a thumbs up. This is Bix Weir, roadtoroot.com. I'll talk to you later.